Hello, we're back. I am joined with me, my co-host in North Dakota, Tony, and also the creator of this film that we just watched, The Boogeyman, Mando Franco. Hi, Mando.
What's up? Mando, what's up, man?
What's up? Just a little quick clip about you. So Mando is a writer and director from Los Angeles. He walks the fine line between extrovert and introvert, is a mega movie and comic book fan, and remains fascinated by the strange and macabre. Thank you so much for joining us, Mando.
Thanks for having me. This is so cool. This is a blast.
So cool. Yes. So Tony,
is that a Halloween 3 Silver Shamrock class?
Yes, this interview is brought to you by Silver Shamrock.
I love it. Oh man, well, you want me to go first, Lee, or do you want to go first?
Absolutely, this is your show now, Tony. I'm just here to talk about Twitter.
Okay. Well, I've known Mando for a long, long time. This is so great to actually be talking and seeing you like this. This is awesome. The viewers are so excited about your movie. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to pick the Boogeyman as your doll baby. What grabbed you the most when you first read the story?
Yeah, so as a horror fan, I wasn't like, you were talking about, Leah was just talking a while ago about like kids that grew up reading Stephen King, loving horror. I was not one of those kids. I was the exact opposite. I was terrified of horror. So I didn't really get into like anything horror related until I was like 15, 16, like really, really into it. I read The Boogeyman when I was in my early 20s. I was just on a King kick and reading a bunch of short stories and some of his full novels, and The Boogeyman just struck me. It was just so intriguing.
Yeah. And when you first started getting the movie together, tell us about the process of the casting, because your cast is awesome. So tell us how you did the casting process and what they brought it to the table that they got the part.
So my producers kind of put together we all put together a casting session, and I'm from Los Angeles, and this film was shot in and around Los Angeles. And we had basically had an open casting call for the leads, for Lester, Rita, and the doctor, Dr. Harper. Everyone else were just people we knew, Jay Christopher, who's an old friend of mine, played one of the lawyers. He was a defense attorney. I had friends, all of my friends, and some of the effects artist team were extras in the diner. But as far as the casting went, it was just a general casting call. And unfortunately, everyone that we had dropped out last minute. All three characters came on board the day before the table read, which was a few days before we started shooting.
Wow.
But it worked out.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
So cool.
Yeah. Now, we had a John Carpenter alum to play Dr. Harper originally. Peter Jason. And he's in a billion movies, and he went to my high school and did like a talk with my theater class. So that's how I met him. And I offered him the role, and he wanted to do it, but he had to drop out last minute because of a scheduling conflict.
Oh. Bummer.
Yeah. But it worked out because we got Gregory.
Yeah, it did. Awesome. Part of that cast is kids. And it's an old Hollywood saying that one of the toughest things in filmmaking is directing and having kids in film and TV shows. What was it like working with kids?
Honestly, it wasn't that difficult. I'm a big kid, so I connected with them. We had this level of understanding of toys. Let's play with toys. So Jason Lockhart, who played Lester, and myself would get down on the floor with the kids and play with them and get to know them and hang out with them. It was a lot of talking to them off camera to get them to say certain things or react a certain way. There were
Right.
moments where we just let the camera roll to just see how they reacted with certain things, and that's what we ended up doing. I mean, they weren't really there a whole lot. We only had 1.5 days with both of them, split up into small segments.
Okay.
So,
And where was it all filmed? The Lester apartment and the doctor's office. Where was that all filmed? Where were the locations at?
Kelly Kemp, who is one of our producers, everything with Dr. Harper is in her apartment. Dr. Harper's office was her bedroom. The bed was taken out of her bedroom and put in the living room while we shot, and the couches from the living room were put in the bedroom. And when our set, Amanda, who was our set dresser, made it look like an office because I've been to a therapist before, and therapist offices are very kind of warm, welcoming, comfortable. There's always a box of tissues.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I've seen it in a student film, it's always someone's aunt's real estate office, and there's a big desk in the middle, and it just doesn't look right. So I was
Right.
very adamant, like, this needs to look like a therapist's office. We can't use someone's uncle's administration office. It has to look like a therapist's office.
Right.
Yeah. Her living room ended up being doubling for the lobby of the doctor's office. We used 3 different houses in the Pasadena, California, and North Hollywood area for
Yep.
the other
Nice
locations.
stomping grounds.
The houses were split up. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then, of course, the big special effects of the Boogeyman. Who did you have come in there and do that? And what was the length of time to get in and out of makeup for that actor?
Oh God. So the whole movie, there's no makeup. It's all storytelling. So I wanted there to be a huge, big bang. Like, the movie's so dark and brooding and just drama, and I was saving it up for the end. I wanted the ending to be like insane, like an '80s horror movie, especially with the makeup.
Right.
Shannon Manchin, who's one of my oldest and best friends, who's a makeup effects artist by trade, she basically, we worked together a lot and kind of designed what we wanted the Boogeyman to look. She had a lot of input on the teeth and a
Right.
few other things. So yeah, it was a long process of designing what he was going to look like. We had Katie, who designed the costume, and we had a few other people helping out. My friend Whitney Banks, Heather Hazelwood, Shannon Burke. We had different people helping out with it, but ideally it was Shannon Manchin who really kind of is responsible for the look. The process was several hours. She molded it and made it all from scratch. His face was
Right.
molded, and everything was made for him specifically. It was, I don't remember exactly how long, because it was 2013 when we shot this. Um, it was probably like 5 or 6 hours to get everything on him and ready for that
Right.
30, 45 minutes of actual shooting we did with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a process, and Michael Rosenbaum, not to be confused with Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, was a good friend from Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. We both were characters and scared people for Halloween.
Oh my God, that's so
He-
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I met a lot of people. And when I saw him as a zombie during Horror Nights, the way he moved, I'm like, dude, you got to be in a horror movie. I didn't know at the time I was going to make Boogeyman, but
Right.
he was the first and only person I wanted for the role, and he wanted to do it. So
Well, he
That's
did.
so
He did a very cool job. And speaking of that, I have to give a shout out to your lead actress, and you know this, Miriam. I think that she did a great job as the mom, the wife. That one scene where she just breaks down and screams. I got to ask you, face to face now, what was the talk before you shot that scene to her? How did you get her to say, "Okay, I need you to put everything into the scream"? And what did you put in her mind there to get her into that state of mind?
trying to go off memory. I basically gave her free reign to do what she wanted to do. I tried to basically guide her with the experience of what was happening and the shock. Um, I was very clear that I didn't want it to be acting. I come
Right.
from a theater background, and sometimes crying and really emotional scenes are very broad, and they're very like, oh. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to feel raw and feel very real, which is why the camera is handheld and very tight on her. And it was very important not to show Denny's corpse. We could have easily shot him laying there pretending not to move, but I didn't want to go that route. I thought it was kind of tasteless. So
Yeah.
I wanted to sell what his corpse looked like, as awful as that is. I wanted to sell it based off her reaction. Lester, the dad, is such a piece of shit in the book. I made him a little more likable in the movie, but he's so not redeemable in the book. But so his reaction was just trying to be strong. But I very much gave her free reign. We did it. That was like the third take, if I remember correctly. And I said, like, work your way up. And like, okay, this is it. Give me everything you got. I told her, I will not let you look foolish. This is going to be like a really strong moment. This is going to make a good chunk of the movie. It's not the effects, it's the selling it that's going to be what counts. And she took it and ran with it. It was amazing. I actually talked to her on the phone earlier today because she's not really on social media much. And I told her all about this, and she was really excited.
But she did a great job. What was the process from day one of shooting to final cut? What was your length of time in filming that?
I want to say we shot it at the end of February of 13. We shot for 6 days.
6 days?
4 straight. Yeah, we did 4 straight. Took a couple of days off and then picked it up again and did the rest. Basically, I was my editor Gabriel Diaz, who's wicked amazing, works professionally. I was working a retail job during post, and I was sleeping on his couch. I'd wake up in the morning, go to work, come back, we'd edit all night. I'd sleep a few hours, get up, go to work. We did that for about a week and a half to get the first cut. And then gradually we started bringing in people to help. Drew Kosowski, who also works professionally, is an amazing, dear friend of mine, did that amazing score. And it was kind of a, like everyone just has it was a very collaborative medium. Everyone came in, had their input, and excelled. It was a very, very collaborative process in every aspect, whether it be pre-production, shooting, or post. Everyone had something to say and contributed, and it was awesome.
Well, our viewers are loving this. I do want to share a comment with you. This is from Erica Macklin. This is a great comment. Great film. Really enjoyed it. When the baby said the boogeyman and pointed to the closet, my son yelled out that maybe parents should listen to their kids more. And yes, my kids are watching with me. #family movie night. So that's awesome parenting.
Awesome.
I know you can't see me, but can I do a shout out?
What a wonderful family film.
Oh, that's great.
That's fantastic.
That kid, he said that on his own. We were just kind of saying, Boogeyman, see Boogeyman. We just wanted him to whisper. He's like, Boogeyman. I'm like, that was one of those moments of just let it roll. And we had him say it a few times, and then that was us. I'm like, cut it. That's it. We got it.
So we really only have 3 more minutes left. What are you working on right now, Mando?
So I am working on a feature film right now. I've written it, and slowly casting and slowly starting to get pre-production rolling. We're not ready to go anytime super soon due to the pandemic, but we're just basically at this point just kind of slowly getting the ball rolling. It's a horror film, surprise. And it's very much a character-driven movie. I don't want to say too much about it yet, but I promise I will blast it all over social media. In the meantime, I have 2 short films that are currently on the festival circuit. I have X Massacre, a Christmas slasher, and Death Scene, a cosmic possessed TV short film. Both of those are currently playing festivals. X Massacre is online. Joe Blow did a feature on it, and that is on YouTube on the Joe Blow page, joeblow.com. And Death Scene is not online yet, but it is playing festivals. We just played Panic Fest last week, and that was awesome.
Congratulations. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And can I just say thank you guys for putting this together. Anthony, thank you. The book is amazing. I love all the choices I've seen so far. So cool. It's such a cool community and cool club to be a part of. Thank you so much. And everyone watching, you're all awesome. Thank you for making this successful. And this is a blast.
Thank you, Mando. Thank you for being part of the book. The movie is great. It's one of my favorites. You know that. And keep going, man. You're doing great. Thanks for being
More to
here.
come.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mando.
guys. Leah, nice meeting you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks. See you later, man.
I love meeting everybody. It's fantastic.